morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Wiggy, wiggy. Wiggy, wiggy, buddy. Here. So here we are, Sunday morning, as you can see. Bit of a reset day for us here. I had an issue yesterday where we didn't end up recording any of the travelling, which we thought we did, but turns out we haven't. So have no race day footage, so I'll just give my account really on how things went. Overall, pretty delighted how the pigeons came, although not nowhere near the open. I think we finished 12th section with that west and the wind. It's very hard to compete, so it just is what it is, and the pigeons, to be honest, I couldn't ask for any more. I think I'll just post everything up here in terms of our clocking and the way the pigeons came. I think we had 66 clocked in the space of 10 minutes. There was a batch of like 28, 29 came. We had one hen out on her own, and she sort of was a bit nervous and took some time trapping, but look, it is what it is. If your granny had balls, she'd be your granda. So that's it. And here we are. Obviously, massive congratulations to John Trimble and his grandson Zach. They topped the Open this week, so very well done. And I am currently sitting here eating my words from last week. The big man showed me the way this week, Mark, so he took the first two in the club, and well done, big man. So yeah, here we are, obviously with the 2026 candidates. This has been their first time out since, I'm going to say, possibly 4 weeks. Obviously with the troubles that we've had with the sparrowhawk, yeah, it hasn't been ideal, so we thought, let's get them out. Hopefully things are a lot settled. Haven't seen the hawk much in terms of in the sky, but again, we never know. So we'll have some up in the air flying away. And I'll just take you around. I'm currently sitting on the shed roof because a lot of the times what's happening is, if I stand up here, is the hawk is coming in behind here as such, and we end up we never really see the hawk hitting them. It's not until obviously all the birds get up and shoot off that then we see the hawk. So I'm currently standing on the roof of the trap, hopefully to deterrent if it's possible that it tries to strike. So at the minute we are pretty much delighted how the health is of the young birds, the way the moult's going. Yeah, just can't grumble too much how things are with the young'uns. It's always a day by day with them. I thought obviously with the strikes that we were getting with the hawk, we had pigeons coming 3 days later and whatnot, so I always thought maybe we would run into some issues, but yeah, all in all, pretty happy with the squad. There's about 80 in the team, and that's us finished. So hopefully get some luck, get some peace today. Just want to start getting them in the air, get them flying, and hopefully get them on the ball. That boy there just shows you he hasn't been out flying, punting like a good one. Good lad. So I'll catch you in a bit. So as I say, not much to talk about other than the youngsters at the minute. Currently this is the way our youngsters are sitting. This is off Davy McElhome's checker, compared to one of our best race hens that was put to stock, 75. First open, third open, multiple positions, but suppose it's just to point out really how you cater and care for the birds as such. As you see, lovely pink. Okay, and one thing I see a lot of people saying about too heavy a protein, too heavy a mix is not particularly good for maybe young birds. Again, I'll show you again. There you go, there's your colour. And as I say, that youngster feels like an old bird in terms of the way the body feels on it. So as mentioned about mixes and what you feed, and you have to understand that young birds are only young once, and you have to allow them to be young birds. A lot of people talk about trapping and getting pigeons to do what they're told, and I mean that all comes down when you build the routine into them, and obviously routine is a massive thing when it comes to pigeons, but for us, especially the first lot of months in the life, it's more making sure they get good grub, well fed, good bodied pigeons, nothing goes back, and give them the best start to their life as possible. So our mix is a lot heavier than probably most people's when it comes to the way I see videos about, you know, youngsters trapping. As I say, that all comes at a later stage when you're ready to, you know, get them in the air, flying them, and everything has to evolve around that. The way you're feeding and how you're feeding. Again, these are getting all they can eat, not holding back really, because we always have younger ones coming in with different parents that we put together, or you know, the later ones, so we can never really cut the food. So I'll just show you the mix. So that is the current mix. As I say, the young birds have been basically on from breeding in the stock loft right through till up to now as such, and it will continue on it until the later ones obviously get about maybe 4 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. All depends just how well they come on in terms of eating, but as you can see, it's pretty much a heavier sort of mix. Plenty of maples, peas, maize, safflower. So basically it's just to say that it shouldn't matter what you feed. If you prefer to cut back a bit and feed them later, it's totally up to yourself. Again, it's just how we go off our own loft. As I say, everyone's very different, so I can understand that. In terms of feeding them, I mean, as I say, they're all that they can basically get into them for the first part of their life, because I think it's really important that, you know, that's the way young birds should be. They should be young, and they will give you plenty of sore heads at the start, not coming in, not doing what they're told. Currently got some out at the minute, not interested, so you know, it is what it is, and you just run with the rough with the smooth. But yeah, do apologise again for obviously the video in terms of the race day. It's just one of them things. We will obviously rectify it hopefully for next week. I remember my SD card, and Dad remembers to hit record. We'll be laughing. Again, meet my words this week. Big Mark, terrific. race for him, and yeah, we moved to, obviously I think it's Ross Cray, and yeah, it's a race point I like, and Dad like, so we just have to see what the week brings. And from us all here at Brooklands Lost, Maisie and Molly and myself and Dad, thanks again for watching, and please do like, share, subscribe, and we will catch you next week. Ocean.